I'm going to start off with a song called Time to Move On. How is it life seems so sane, then suddenly you can't explain what it was you thought when you saw that passing train. Did you feel you had to go? Did you think no one would know? The ticket that you bought was not just for show. When you have done all you can do, and you stayed to see it all through, you have seen your share of proof. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Could have been one of life's stages, could have been your rock of ages. It could have been a book, and you have read all the pages. Could have been the last 2 years, could have been your hopes and fears. It could have been that look that brought you to tears. You have done all you can do, and you stayed to see it all through, but you have seen your share of proof. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Can you say you've never felt this way? Say it if there's something else to say. When you have done all you can do, and you stayed to see it all through, but you have seen your share of proof. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. You know it's time to move on.
All right. Good song.
That's my retirement song. When it's time to move on, it's time to move on.
Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Great song. Good. You sounded great.
Thank you. Volume sound about right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do a little capo here. Hopefully it doesn't knock it out of tune. So far you can't tell what it is. This is a song that I wrote actually for my 2 sons that were always telling me, hey, that's not fair. And so I tried to convince them life's not fair. The whole thing's not fair. So now most folks would say they were happy where they are, but some live life and hope for something more. Now everyone can't be a shining star, so some of us just have to live life bored. You say life isn't fair, well I agree. Some of us are always faced with pain and misery, while others of us float along through life so easily. You say life isn't fair, well I agree. Now someone might say you were lucky, one say good, Each time you come out smelling like a rose. It may be what you did or what you would, but sometimes it's just where you put your nose. You say life is unfair, well I agree. Now some of us are always faced with pain and misery, while others of us float along through life so easily. You say life is unfair, and I agree. Now when my sons were young, they'd often come to me, say, Dad, life ain't fair. Well, I tried to make them see. You've got to keep it light. Don't snarl or stare or jeer, because the only fair I know about comes downtown once a year. You say life is unfair, well I agree. Some of us are always faced with pain and misery, while others of us float along through life so easily. You say life is unfair, I agree. You say life is unfair, well I agree. Thank you very much.
I can watch it on my phone here.
Life is just not fair, is it?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. This is next song is about 3 generations of military men that fought in 3 different wars. It's called 7 Guns. Well, he was called to Normandy that day. When there was a nation to be saved. Left behind a wife and son, and stood up with a gun, wound up in that crimson flooded bay. 7 guns reported 3 times each. They gave her a flag and they made their speech of how he was brave and what he gave to take that beach. 7 guns reported 3 times each. Their son fought his way up Fort Chop Hill, they say those guns are ringing still in the minds and ears of those he left here, and those he rode in his final will. 7 guns reported 3 times each. They gave her a flag and they made a speech how he was brave and what he gave their ways to teach. 7 guns reported 3 times times each. And call us naive, we still believe, we still believe we have a choice. And we'll still stand and place our hand and pledge our faith with one voice. Deep in the valley at Lock Drain, the napalm smelled and the mortars sang. 3 days and nights their grandson did fight, and when he left, church bells rang. 7 guns reported 3 times each. They gave her a flag and they made their speech of how he was brave and what he gave so man can preach. 7 guns reported 3 times each.
I don't think I heard that one.
You don't think you've heard that one?
No.
Well, it's not brand new, but it's been around a little while. I hear somebody applauding. Oh, it must be in my living room. That's where it is. I hear them. Oh. Yeah, we're going to capo this one. Let's see. This is actually a semi-true story about where I used to live up in North Dallas. I don't know if y'all know, but I moved out of the rat race in North Dallas, and I now live out in the country at Venus, Texas. So there's a lot more grass and dirt out here than there is concrete. But when I first moved up off of Marsh Lane and around Frankfort Road and Kelly Boulevard, it was pastures all around and farmhouses and old barbed wire fences and creeks and streams. And over the 30 odd years that I lived up there, they kind of built a whole city around us, and all of the creeks and streams are gone, other than they're still there. They're just paved over, most of them, and the grass is too. There's a one-store shopping center where the farmhouse used to be, and the 6-lane highway runs down off the hills and through the trees. There's a large apartment village all along that little creek, where dreams began as we ran. Better days for you and me. Better days when all was wonder. Better days we thought would stay. By the time we heard the thunder, they paved under. Better days. Dreams and memories fill my nights, reality the days. We've made the most of living, we've adjusted all our ways. We've known the days of growing, and with growing sometimes pain. We'll filthy days until we see the ones are better days. Better days when all was wonder. Better days we thought would stay. By the time we heard it thunder, they paved under better days. There is no going back, you know. Future is the dreams we hope to live in. Better days, better days when all was wonder. Better days we hoped and prayed. By the time we heard the thunder, they paved under better days. By the time we heard it thunder, they paved under better days. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Called Better Days, if you couldn't tell by some parts of it. This is a lightly played song of mine called Great Shores, just talking about this country and what happens when we let the wrong people come in here. California to the sea, feels the satellite of winds that blow in spring. Southern Florida and the daily summer rain, they fill the little afternoon that still remains. Oh, Colorado and the autumn snow, they make the mountains and the valleys all around them glow. Go take a look at this great country, and yes, everywhere you see a rose, there will be thorns. But I think you'll find she's really something, and that's why every day people fight to stay on these great shores. Way up in Maine, a lighthouse shows the ships the way. Out in the dead of night or on a foggy day. South Dakota, there are faces carved in stone, men who would stand with you but could have stood alone. And New York Harbor, there's a lady with a torch, inviting all who will to come and sit upon her porch. Go take a look at this great country, and yes, everywhere you see a rose, there will be thorns. You've got to learn to fight for something, for someone we let stay. We'll take what we have made and blow it all away on these great shores. I'm not saying war is what we need, or or that we should give up on world peace. But freedom is not a guarantee, that's why we fight. Go take a look at this great country. Yes, everywhere you see a rose, there will be thorns. People learn to fight for something, and that's why every day people fight to stay on these great shores. A little about the great shores there.
Good one.
Thank you. Oh, here's one, let's see. This is called Any Other Way. If you've never seen the movie The Brave One, this is not really about the movie, but kind of the emotion that it evoked in me after I saw the movie. And this has some parts in it that are about the movie, but just an emotion that I kind of felt that day. Went to where we used to meet and waited there all day. You must have had some place to be and couldn't get away. Or maybe just your sense of time had somehow gone astray. I guess I'll try back later on. I can't imagine where you've gone. I just don't see it any other way. I tried to call you on the phone to see how you had fared. Someone else was home, 'cause no one answered there. I let the phone ring 15 times, it led me to despair. I guess I'll try back later on. Yes, I know now you are gone. I just don't see it any other way. Think about you being here, I realize you're not. I feel you as you pull me near, a feeling I forgot. Then I hear the ringing in my ear, the fatal, final charge. Went to where we used to meet and waited there all day. I guess it's time I finally see you're not coming back this way. An angry man has taken a gun and stole your life away. Guess there'll be no later on. I guess I see now you are gone. I just don't see it any other way. wish I could see it any other way. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you there, Harry?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, you got one more song.
One more song. Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's do a little song called Where's the Beef? You may have heard this one before. In a little known North Texas town, a man we'll just call Bob butchered meat in his backyard, and his neighbors became a mob. Well, they called the sheriff, and he told them, there's really nothing I can do. Hello, Bill. So they called the press and told us, boys, I guess the rest is up to you. We asked him, where's the beef? And he said, it's hanging in my garage. I also smoke and drink, and I might cuss a mite by the way I drive a Dodge. Well, none of this is against the law, so before you start a big old fight, better make sure that you can hold and chew this chunk of beef you're gonna bite. Oh, to make sure that we had all the facts, we headed off to do our research. Is it really okay to put your meat in your backyard Sunday after church? It could be a city or a county feud. No two cities view it quite the same. And in this here city, it's your right as long as it is an ill-gotten gain. We asked him, where's the beef? And he said, it's hanging in my garage. I also smoke and drink, and I might cuss a mite by the way I drive a Dodge. Now, none of this is against the law, so before you start a big old fight, you better make sure that you can hold and chew this chunk of beef you're gonna bite. Now, neighbors, take a tip from me before you become that mob. Be sure you're not living down the street from my dear old neighbor Bob. Go ask him where's his beef, and he'll say it's hanging in my garage. He said, I drink and smoke, and I might cuss a mite by the way I drive a Dodge. Now, none of this here's against the law, so before you start a big old fight, you better make sure that you can hold and chew this chunk of beef you're gonna bite. You better make sure you can hold and chew this chunk of beef you're gonna bite.